David, I absolutely respect the fact you say that you don't want the AJA, the Australian Jewish Association, to be overtly political, and you've always stood by that. Sometimes you can't help it. But speaking from my point of view, and I know Rita's point of view, we've spoken at various Jewish events over the past few years where I certainly have repeatedly said that the Jewish community needs Donald Trump and needs a coalition government in this country. That without those two factors, there are risks. I was laughed and poo-pooed frequently for making those comments, but I still made them. I believe that what many in the Jewish community fail, or maybe they realise it now, but failed to realise for a long time, is that the modern left wing is not the left wing of the
Correct.
old blue-collar working classes, the old Bob Hawke Labor, etc. Bob Hawke was a great friend of the Jews. That the reality is that modern left-wing thinking is antipathetic towards Israel, full stop. So that's it. It's embedded in modern left-wing thinking.
Rowan, I will get a little political if you'll allow me.
Please, please.
I'll call out 4 members of the government who have caused the most damage on this issue. One, of course, is the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who should have, on the 8th of October last year, called out the immediate celebrations and hate preaching that occurred. On the 9th of October, when we had those disgraceful anti-Semitic riots in front of the Opera House, we should have had him insisting on the enforcement of law. There is high-resolution CCTV all around the Opera House. They can do facial recognition and find those people. They've chosen not to. Penny Wong has driven Australia's foreign policy to be amongst the most toxic in the world, way worse than the Biden-Harris administration, which is saying something. Tony Burke is rushing into this country people who have had their entire education of brainwashing for hatred and glorification.
This is the Gazans that we're bringing in, and another 800, I believe.
And Jason Clare is supposed to be an education minister, but he has totally ignored the massive anti-Semitism on the university campuses. If it was 18 months or 2 years from an election, there'd be a good argument to call for the resignation of those 4 people. But now it's very soon going to be in the hands of the Australian people, and we hope they make a wise decision.
I have faith that they will. David Adler, thank you.